Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E, the two dudes with the attitudes will bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'.
It's a Two Dudes with Attitudes of Wrestling podcast special. Hashtag we want Cody. Hashtag justice for Cody. Hashtag FU Rock edition.
Yes,
we had
sir.
to just talk about it. I know we need to, we're going to review WWE and SmackDown and probably bring it up again at some point. But with everything going on tonight on Monday and the internet world exploding, and by internet world, I mean the 5% of you that are complaining about this, we had to touch up on it. So, as always, welcome back. If this is, your second, third, fourth, 80th time, or welcome for the first time if this is your first time. We appreciate you. We've not only that, we got some hateful comments on our AEW post. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Some AEW hardcore fan who watches New Japan Wrestling and everything else was very upset and bitter at the fact that we critiqued AEW, because I waste my time with Ryan every single day of my life watching AEW just so I can post something to be mean about it. And that's what all our Cody fans are going to say. Also, I went to the local swap meet, the thrift store, wherever you guys like to call them out here in California. I picked up this Cody Rhodes shirt. It was free. It's really
nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's how popular
it's on clearance,
right?
Huh? Yeah.
Just kidding. I had this shirt forever. I am a Cody Rhodes fan. I can go get my Cody Rhodes Bullet Club shirt back there from New Japan Wrestling. My boy on AEW, the guy who hated us that I never watched before, but I have a whole bunch of New Japan Pro Wrestling shirts.
Yeah, of course.
But here's the thing, right? Because I just buy those also just to hate on them. I wear them and I'm like, this guy sucks. But I wanted to make a point, that just because we critique something or we
don't like
have
it.
an opinion doesn't mean we don't like it. I talk too much. Let's get this party started. You know who I am. I'm the Heartbreak Dude, Denton, breaking hearts. And what am I doing?
Spitting facts. Let's do it.
There, you're learning. You're learning.
It's my first time. First day.
And with me, as always, is Ryan, Mr. Enjoys Wrestling. What's up?
Yes, sir. Ryan enjoys wrestling. If you like this video and you want to see other videos like it, subscribe. If you are listening to us on the audio version, thank you for your support, and leave us a 5-star rating and review on any of your podcast platforms. But we got a lot to talk about today. I'm
joking to the AEW guy. I love him. I don't even care. Like, you listened, you gave an opinion. That's what
we appreciate it.
Wrestling is opinions. You can say anything you want about me. It will just not hurt my feelings. Let's get into it. As always, you are the media guy, the information guy. Tell us what happened, and then let's discuss.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I don't know if you guys all saw Friday Night Smackdown, but Cody Rhodes made his decision that he will not be going after Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. He took counsel and he met with his investors. He met with all of his advisors. He met with his management team. He met with his PR person. Who knows who the heck he met with? But one person he says he met with knows Roman Reigns very well, and that is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And the music, the iconic electrifying music of Dwayne Johnson hit, and the crowd in Birmingham, Alabama popped like they've never popped before. And The Rock came out. He did the goosebumps thing on his arm. He walked to the ring. Him and Cody embraced. Rock whispered something in his ear, and then Cody kind of smirked, and then according to the internet, you could see the moment that his heart was ripped out from him, because he kind of smirked a little bit, and then he immediately pouted, and then he walked out of the ring, looked back, and The Rock.
Cody had no idea.
Yeah,
he just found out in that moment.
Yeah, he introduced him, but he had no clue. But The Rock stares Roman Reigns down. Not a word is said, and that's how SmackDown goes off the air. I loved it. And then I went on to social media. I texted you. I was like, holy shit, this is freaking fantastic. Like, best episode of SmackDown in a long time. And it was one of the better episodes of SmackDown in a long time. We had an amazing babyface turn from from Bailey. We had a cool moment with Logan Paul and Kevin Owens. We had The Rock on Friday Night Smackdown. Like, it was fantastic. It was a great episode. You go to X, you go to social media, you go to Facebook, you go to TikTok, and the internet exploded because The Rock took Cody Rhodes' spot. And it's going to be Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And Cody Rhodes is going to be challenging Seth Rollins now for the World Heavyweight Championship. He blah, blah, blah. Like, everybody exploded all over the internet on X. There's the hashtag.
Not everybody.
Yeah.
Let's not say everybody. Yeah. Continue.
That's true. All over the internet, there's the hashtag We Want Cody that was trending. And it got like 300,000, 500,000 posts about hashtag We Want Cody. The thing about those hashtags, though, is even if you're being sarcastic and you put the hashtag We Want Cody, but you really don't want Cody, it's going to pick it up as we're trending, we're getting there, we're going to make them change the match.
Change the match.
And then the segment with The Rock and Roman Reigns had over 500,000 dislikes, and it became the most disliked video on WWE's YouTube ever. And it had over 80 million views. We're not going to talk about that. That's not important. We're going to talk about the 500,000 dislikes that it has. And so just everybody, it's becoming a thing now that a narrative that people are running with, that The Rock came in and at the last minute swooped in and took Cody Rhodes' spot. Why did they have Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble if he's not going to challenge anybody, if he's not going to challenge Roman Reigns? When is Cody Rhodes going to finish his story? It's like the internet exploded. People are sending death threats to The Rock. I saw people wishing that Roman's leukemia comes back. Those people can go kick rocks and go do something worse than that. They can go chew on glass for all I can. But like all these people have it's turned into almost like an IWC, Internet Wrestling Community, civil war. You're either pro Rock or pro Cody, but you can't be both. You can't like both Cody and The Rock. You have to be one or the other, and you have to choose a side. And if you like Cody, F you. And if you like The Rock, F you too. And it's just stupid. And it's just getting to a point. And now people are talking about hijacking Monday Night Raw tonight, and we're going to get them to change this match. Let's see if we can get this trend. Let's see what it is by next Friday's episode of SmackDown, which Cody Rhodes is going to be on, by the way. We have a press event on Thursday. Let's hijack that and let the fans know, let the world know that we want Cody Rhodes in the main event. But the thing, nothing has been announced. We know nothing. All we know is that there's a press event, and they even mentioned this on the NXT Vengeance Day. They said The Rock and Roman Reigns will come face-to-face for the first time at the WWE WrestleMania 40 press event in Las Vegas. They never once said they're going to be in a match against each other. They never once said that Cody Rhodes was challenging Seth Rollins. We're all assuming that, but let's just let this thing play out. Let's let it play. No announcement has been made about anything, and the internet is just exploding that The Rock, because he's on the board now, part of being on the board was he has to get a main event, and he has to take the Cody Rhodes' spot because he's an egomaniac, and blah. It's Vince McMahon all over again, and blah blah blah. He's gassed. He's gonna get hurt. He's gonna do 2 rock bottoms and be out of breath. It's getting ridiculous now, and it's to the point where like Cody Rhodes fans are coming across as crybabies. Rock fans are coming across as crybabies. Like just sit back and, like my username says, enjoy wrestling. Just watch it and let it play out. Just let it play out.
Well said. I'm still like, as you talking, trying to like process, because I just posted a TikTok about it right now. And every time I talk about it, I like regret it. I'm like, why am I like
same
feeding
here
into this nonsense? But I do, because I'm stupid sometimes. My thing is that we are so positive. I try not to, even though our AEW fan thinks we're negative, but I'm positive about it. I don't try to dog too many things or dog people's opinions or this and that. The reason why I have a voice about this, well, for one, you told me to watch SmackDown. I get it later. I don't have an East Coast feed, so mine comes on at 8. So mine was over for an hour by the time you watched it. So you told me that, and I was like, okay, don't go on the internet. So I did, and I watched it live. I had my kids. I was like, yo, we're going to watch it, and my son was excited. So we're sitting over here watching SmackDown. After it was over, I had the same reaction. He's like, oh, dude, dope. All right, now let me go on next. Let me see like how excited people are, what they're going with. Oh, man.
Yeah, big mistake.
It was weird because here's the thing. I have always hated dirt sheets. I'd never listen to dirt sheets. And honestly, not until X. And the only reason I never had an X, the only reason why I even created a Twitter was because of trying to push our brand, right? Social media. That was the worst decision. If I had not have ever created a Twitter, other than the few things you told me, I would like it's on TikTok, but not as bad. It's just because Twitter is such an easy way for somebody without a face. And even like people are like, oh, that guy has 10 million followers. Obviously, he's still not a face. His picture is like a picture of The Rock or Cody. Like,
Yeah.
You're a nobody, in my opinion. You're not somebody. If you're not brave enough to post a video, put your face out there, your name, my name's out here. Like, I'm not over here like hiding things. Like, when you're that much of Twitter's like the coward place. And what really caught me off guard was like the Conrad Thompsons, someone I would respect it as someone who's knowledgeable in the wrestling world, posting things, comparing this to Joe Montana stepping in for Patrick Mahomes on the Super Bowl coming up. Like, huh? What? That's 100% has nothing to do with anything, Conrad. It's like, it's mind-boggling, hurting. And I don't know if all these people are just like feeding into I never know what's like real. Like you said, people doing hashtag we want Cody just to do it. People disliking the SmackDown video just to do it. That's what they're doing. Stop.
Yeah.
Once again, 500,000 people out of the 80 million people that watch that video, and you're saying that's a win? They're doing it because it's trendy. Now, here's my opinion on it. I don't care about you having feelings. You can have them. You could be upset. I was upset when Austin Theory cashed in and unsuccessfully, but you know what I didn't do? A hashtag Austin Theory. We want Austin. We want justice. I hope Triple H burns in hell. I hope, I don't know, whoever, I forgot who even lost it to. Who was it? Seth?
It was Seth Rollins or Bobby Lashley, one of those guys. Yeah.
Bobby, one of them as a U.S. champion or whatever. I didn't wish death upon them or that their cancer came back, or I just am so dumbfounded. Not only that, but by the fact that people believe Dave Meltzer. Nobody has said that The Rock pushed this other than Dave. Dave is wrong 99% of the time. And people are like, oh, see, now they all listen to Dave, right? When they want their point across.
Yeah, when it's their narrative.
Yeah, Meltzer is the man, dude. Like, of course, he was with The Rock when this happened. He was there. He like saw The Rock like tell everybody he was going to be in the main event, or else, because TKO needed The Rock so bad in the board that they were willing to give him a WrestleMania match. And that The Rock so bad just wants to be a part of WrestleMania, something he's headlined how many times, that he needs to like be in this match. It's like, I just want all of you crazies right now, right? Just to think about the things you're writing, think about the things you're saying, the way you're acting, and think about it like for realsies, and think like, does this make sense? Like what I'm arguing about or hearing or bitching, does it make sense? Because if it doesn't make sense, then it's probably not true. And
exactly
the biggest issue is that wrestling is a scripted entertainment form. Whether or not you're like, oh, this guy stepped in, or this guy, that. If we survive Goldberg beating Bray Wyatt, if we survive Goldberg beating Kevin Owens,
Brock Lesnar,
if we survive these things, you don't think we're going to survive this? This is 5 to 8% of fans of WWE bitching and moaning. I actually think it's a lot of AEW fans too who don't even watch WWE who are chirping in. So it's probably even less.
Yeah.
This is the same amount of people who last year at WrestleMania, we were there. We posted, you can go back and watch, making fun of people who reacted the same way with Cody losing to Roman. It was the same people, same justice, same we're going to hijack, we're going to pout and moan. It's all this. It's like, guys, it's not the end of the world. It's nothing to take that seriously. Be angry, post your anger, but don't post crying. Don't be like Conrad Thompson and say like, this is now ruined Cody Rhodes and that wrestling went backwards. Like, this isn't like gay rights being taken away or women rights. Like, what the hell are you guys saying? Yeah. This is literally Cody. Once again, it's a white person problem. This is a straight white person problem. When you have something nice, but you still bitch and moan because it's not exactly how nice you wanted it. When Dominic Mysterio turned heel, what was the number one thing he said to Ray? I wanted that nice little Mercedes Benz or whatever, and you got me a BMW, or it was vice versa or whatever, and he bitched and moaned. That's exactly what you Cody fans are doing. Go back and watch that Dominic Mysterio promo, and listen to your guys' selves right now. He is getting a title shot either way. He didn't even announce who. He did not say, I'm giving up my Royal Rumble spot. He said, I don't want you at Mania. Nonetheless, doesn't mean he can't change his mind. It's 8 weeks away. Nonetheless, none of this means anything. Maybe he said that. Hear me out. Are you guys ready? Maybe he said that because The Rock and Roman are going to face at Elimination Chamber. Okay. And maybe he's assuming that The Rock is going to beat Roman. So he's assuming he's going to face The Rock at WrestleMania. Did you guys ever think about that? No. So maybe he's not giving up his damn spot, but instead, let's all be babies and throw out death.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not judging you for having an opinion. I'm not judging you for
No.
posting. I'm not judging you for being angry. I'm not even judging you for the stupid hashtags, although I think you guys can put your time into something else bigger in this world other than trying to get "we want Cody" hashtag going when there's a lot of other awful things going on in this world. But nonetheless, just let it play out. Nothing was said and nothing was said for a reason. So whatever happens, you guys didn't solve the problem or change it. This was the plan all along. Or WWE would have stated it. Like we said, Cody would have said, "I'm facing Seth, not you." And Rock would have came out and said, "It's time for me to take over that head of the table." That would have been said, but nothing was said because nothing is decided at this exact moment of what they're doing. They are building a story, people. Building a story. And I want apologies from everybody after it's done. Not to me, but just to The Rock, to Roman, to Triple H. You guys owe all these people apologies after.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you know it's going to turn out well. And Cody's finishing his story. Get over it. It's wrestling.
Yeah, and whether it happens at WrestleMania, whether it happens later this year, I mean, there's so many avenues now where Cody can finish the story. It doesn't have to be Mania. Bully Ray on Busted Open today brought up Madison Square Garden as a potential location.
That was always the idea.
Yeah, in like September or October after Roman passes Hogan's record. Let him finish the story there. Let him do it at Survivor Series. Let him do it at the first Raw on Netflix in 2025 or there's bigger places where he can finish the story that's going to draw a crowd and it's going to be a big moment. So you just got to wait. And I know you're frustrated that you have to wait 2 years, but we've been waiting for The Rock versus Roman Reigns for 4 years. And it was supposed to happen
last year.
Yeah. It was supposed to happen. What would have happened? And there was only one belt last year because Roman had the so The Rock was going to wrestle Roman Reigns. What was Cody Rhodes going to do? Why have him win the Rumble? Why have him win the Rumble? Why have him win the Rumble? Because there was only one guy with the titles last year. There weren't split belts. So luckily there's a plan B for Cody Rhodes, if that's even the option. I like your point too of him potentially going Rock and Roman at Elimination Chamber, and he's just assuming that Rock's going to beat him. Like
yes.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
hello, McFly.
Nobody. I haven't seen that point posted yet. And that's a really good point. I think the thing too, like you were saying about the dirt sheets, you can trust some of them. You can't trust all of them. You probably shouldn't be reading them because the timeline of all this has completely changed with every report. One media outlet says that this was a last minute decision, something that The Rock was pushing, and The Rock is even pushing to dethrone Roman Reigns. And then there's another report that this was part of The Rock's deal when he joined TKO and became the board member, that he has to have The Rock's name forever. He has to, it's part of a working incentive that he has to have Mania main events and wrestling matches. And then there's other reports that said this was agreed to on January the 3rd, 2 days after The Rock cut that promo on on day one, Monday Night Raw, where he said, "Should I sit at the head of the table?" And everybody popped, including all these big creators out there that have 10,000 followers plus that do reaction content. They all popped. They were all excited. And they're all the ones now that are changing their narrative to, "We don't want this." So you can't trust everything that you see. And if it feels too good to be true, it probably is. And this is one of those instances where you just have to let it play out and just see what happens. But, we'll find out more tonight on Raw. We'll find out where Cody Rhodes is, what he's going to do. He's going to be in a bull rope match against Shinsuke Nakamura. Bull rope match was what Dusty Rhodes was famous for. So I think they're clearly doing something. They're doing something. Cody's going to finish the story. He's going to dethrone Roman Reigns. It's just a matter of when, not if. So everybody just calm the hell down.
Yes. And WWE doesn't care about your opinions. They're not here for you. And WWE books for the casual fans. Remember that. So the fact that people don't understand that is beyond me. Hardcore fans will always tune in. Casuals do not. Got to build a brand. That's what's wrong with AEW.
So do you think it is going to be Rock and Roman at Mania?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't know. And I think it's cool that I'm the first person that said about Rock and Roman an elimination chamber.
I'm probably
and that's
going to
what's
steal that
happening.
and put it on TikTok.
You should, because
Yeah.
I just posted a TikTok and didn't even say it because I was so, when you post on TikTok, I don't do shoot. I just like go. So every time
Yeah.
afterwards, I'm like, dang, I should have said that. Darn it. But yeah, it's just, I mean, I honestly don't know, nor do I care. I'm here to let it cook. I'm a Cody fan. I'm a Rock fan. I'm a Roman
Yeah.
fan. Believe it or not, you could like all of them. This isn't like football where if you're a Cowboys fan, you hate the Eagles, like it or vice versa. I like them all, dude. I like wrestling. I support it all. So I'm excited, but do I think? I don't know. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. Like I said, if Cody would have said, "I ain't facing you, I'm facing Seth," then I would be like, "All right, it's going to be real." But he didn't say that, and he didn't say
No.
that for a reason. And also, poor Shinsuke Nakamura.
I know.
He beat up Cody afterwards, but it wasn't even on the broadcast. And then they have another match for him to lose again.
Yeah.
Poor Shinsuke.
I know. I know. Yeah.
Hey, justice for Shinsuke Nakamura. We want
Yeah.
Shinsuke.
Hashtag.
I'm
Yeah. Hashtag
starting
we
it.
want Knack.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor guy. Poor
But-
guy. But anyway, all right.
Yeah.
Is that
Just-
it? Anything else? I don't want to
I
waste
don't
any
think
more
so.
breath on
Yeah.
this.
I just think everybody calm down. The world's not ending. It's going to be okay.
Mhm.
I personally want to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns more than I want to see Rock versus Cody or Roman versus
Mhm.
Cody at Mania. I think a lot of this is like we talked before, and we'll wrap up, I know, but we've talked about this before, but CM Punk, I think is more than evident that he was supposed to win the Rumble and they called an audible. That's why they had Cody Rhodes book, win the Royal Rumble and point at Roman Reigns, because it was all kind of off the cuff. And then when CM Punk got hurt, they needed some pizzazz and they needed to add some more to WrestleMania, and that because there's no Brock now apparently, so they needed a big marquee match, and so Rock versus Roman is it. And then also, if it's Roman Cody 2, I don't think Cody Rhodes is winning. I don't think he's going to win because I think WWE seems pretty hell bent on Roman surpassing Hulk Hogan's record. He's so close. Why would they make him so close and not get there? And Triple H loves rewriting the history books. Look at Gunther with the longest reigning Intercontinental Championship reign. Look at Roman Reigns and his World Championship reign. So if you got Roman Cody 2, I don't think Cody was going to win. So almost, if they do Rock versus Roman, you can at least know that later on in the year, Cody's going to get his win back instead of losing 2 straight. And if you think they're mad now, imagine him losing at WrestleMania again. Those fans will revolt and probably turn on the WWE.
Well, it could have went that way. It could. Or, and you can record this and put it on TikTok if you want. Here it is. You ready? Cody said when he came out, "I'm not facing you at WrestleMania for the title." Okay. And he said, "I have somebody else who's going to step in." Once again, The Rock stepping in, facing Roman at Elimination Chamber, thus Cody thinking that he is going to beat Roman Reigns, leading to Cody versus The Rock at Mania. Cody can say that. Then Roman beats The Rock, thus leading us to Cody Roman 2 at Mania, and making it even bigger because he just became the head of the table officially by beating The Rock, the biggest superstar in the world.
True.
And now he gets to face him. So when Cody does beat Roman at Mania, bada bing, bada boom, that's the biggest thing that could possibly happen. And if anybody in the movement say, "Oh, it's because of us," listen to Cody's promo. Just listen to Cody's promo. He never said anything that these people are fighting for. Listen. Fans don't listen. You're blinded by your love for a person. You don't listen. Listen. Just listen. Go back and listen to it. It makes sense. I'm not saying it's happening.
No, but
I'm just saying. I have no idea. But he never said he was stepping in at Mania. He just said he was stepping in. There's a lot going on before Mania. I think people forget that too. So, as always, I'm done with it. We talked way too much about this damn subject.
I know.
I'm done talking about it too, although we're going to keep talking about it. But as always, keep tuning in. I'm the Heartbreak Dude, Denton, breaking hearts and spitting facts, son.
Love it.
And as always, with me is the man, the myth,
the legend. Ryan enjoys wrestling. Go check us out here on YouTube. Subscribe. We're blowing up, and go follow us on TikTok at 2 Dudes with Attitudes, and on X at 2 Dudes PC if you're into that kind of thing. I'm kind of getting done with X, so if you don't have to follow us there if you don't want, my feelings won't be hurt. But yeah, X at 2dudespc. And then if you're listening to us on audio, like I said before, subscribe and 5-star notifications and leave us some ratings and reviews. Help us crack the codes of all these algorithms out there.
2 Dudes Wolfpack, we out.
2 dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the 2 dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're riding in Denton, they here to get your attention. A 5-star broadcast, yeah. Start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E. The 2 dudes with the attitudes will bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'. 2 dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the 2 dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're riding.